have possibly got another amazing box from Book of the Month? I think so, and so I'm gonna unbox that with you today here on the Rose at Home channel. I am Rose, I am at home, and I got another full box. I don't know how often this is gonna keep happening, but I keep loving everything that's coming in these boxes. There are folks online who make predictions about what's gonna be in the box, and there were a couple of things that were predicted to be in there that were not. The one that stands out to me is a book called Kingdom of Sweets. It's like a Nutcracker retelling, and I think that's going to be amazing as a December read, and I was super hoping it would be with Book of the Month. It is not, but you're probably going to see it when I do my haul for November, because that is absolutely something I'm planning to pick up. Something that is on Book of the Month this month that I did not get through Book of the Month because I bought it myself was the Jesmyn Ward book that came out at the very tail end of October. Because it wasn't in the October box, I had assumed it wouldn't be, and it is. So if you have not ordered for Book of the Month, or you're not a member yet and are considering it, these are there, plus that is also there, and some others. There are things that obviously I can't get everything every time. I probably would if I could, but I'm gonna jump right in now and show you what I did get. Okay, so the first thing was my actual Book of the Month pick. So if you are unfamiliar and you're learning about it through me, the first time that you order, you get it for a special price. There's always a code that'll get you kind of a discount, but you can only get the one book that you pick, and it needs to be from the things that are new that month. And you can't get extras your first time. After that, near the end of the month that you joined, they charge you for your member credit. And you use that to buy the book for the next month. Now, if there's nothing that you want to get that next month, you just skip, and then they don't take out at the end of that month, and you use that credit moving forward. So it's not like, I know there are other services where you just keep paying for credits every month and you build up this huge stack. That's not how Book of the Month works. You tell them you want to skip, and it will not charge you that month for a credit. So after that, you can still purchase at this point, and I think you have to have been a member for 3 months to get there, but you can now purchase 4 additional books on top of that first one. So the thing that I picked up with my member credit is The Last Love Note by Emma Gray, and there's the cover. I think it looks so cool, like the mix of a beach and a person and all of that. I thought it was absolutely adorable. And it sounded like a good, fun, but also kind of heart-tugging read. I don't think this is going to be a December, but I do think it's something that I'm going to want to get to pretty soon. Okay, let me tell you what it's about. 2 years after losing her husband Cameron, Kate is a bit of a mess. Lurching from one comedic crisis to the next, she does her best to navigate work, friendships, and parenting a 5-year-old without Cam's support. When a flight diversion on a business trip unexpectedly leaves her stranded in a beach town in Australia, Kate finally has a chance to process her grief. Can she let go of the love of her life and risk her heart a second time? The Last Love Note will make readers laugh, cry, and renew their faith in the resilience of the human heart. Recognizing that while you may never stop loving the one you lost, you can always find love again. And you guys know I'm picky about romance, but that sounds like the type of romance that I'm into. I think it's the type that I'm going to really enjoy, and I am looking forward to getting to this one. The first add-on that I picked is something that I had already bookmarked to get when it came out, and so I was super excited to see it on Book of the Month, and it is Again and Again by Jonathan Evison. And look at, I don't know that I've talked about it much, but I'm also really into puzzles lately, and so all the puzzle pieces on the cover, I was really excited about that. So let's look at what this one is about. Who is Eugene Miles? A lonely old man clinging to his delusions and rehearsing his fantasies, or a legitimate anomaly? A 1,000-year-old man who continues to search for the love he lost so long ago. What we do know is that Gino is living out his final days in an elder care facility, bored and curmudgeonly as he struggles to connect with his new nursing assistant, Angel. Gino's latest caregiver is skeptical of his insistence on having lived a string of lives, dating all the way back to medieval Spain, where, as a petty thief, he first lucked upon love only to lose it, and spend the next 1,000 years trying to recapture it. As Angel comes to learn the truth about Gino, so too does the reader. And as his miraculous story comes to a head, so does the biggest truth of all, that love, timeless, often elusive, is sometimes right in front of us. Evison's epic of empathy and emotional journeys from Moorish Spain to Victorian England and 1930s Los Angeles, pulling each storyline in life together into a tapestry with beautiful artistry that explores the intricacies of human connection. An ode to love in all its forms, Gino's story reads fast and hits hard and stays with the reader long after finishing the book. Oh my goodness, does that not sound absolutely amazing? It's not really a December type read either, but it just might end up that way because I am here for this and I can't wait. I guess I was a little heavy on the romance this month, and you guys know that's not normally my genre, but I picked up another one, and it is This Spells Love by Kate Robb. And there's that cover. Look how cute. Yes, so we're kind of together here and apart here, and yeah. So I think this was a little magical. When Gemma gets dumped by her long-term boyfriend, she reacts the way any reasonable 28-year-old would, by getting drunk with her sister, her kooky aunt, and her best friend Dax. After one too many margaritas, they decide to perform a love-cleansing spell that promises to erase Gemma's ex from her memory. They follow all of the instructions, including a platonic kiss from Dax, to seal the deal. Waking up the next morning, Gemma realizes that the silly spell has worked far too well. Not only does it seem that she never dated her ex, but the rest of her life is completely unrecognizable. The worst part, Dax has no idea who she is. To reverse the spell and get back to her old life, Gemma must convince her once best friend, now total stranger, to kiss her. But as she carries out her plan, she finds herself falling for Dax. Hard. Soon, Gemma begins to wonder whether she even wants to go back to the way things once were. What if Dax was the one all along? So I guess it's a friends to maybe lovers trope, maybe losing best friend, I don't know. It sounds like a really good time, and it sounds like something that I'm so going to enjoy. The next thing that I picked up is something else that was also on my to buy list for November. All of these are coming out this month, so even if you don't have Book of the Month and don't want to join it this month, these are all going to be in bookstores within the next few weeks if they're not already. But the next thing that I picked up is The Future by Naomi Alderman. And how cute is that cover? Ooh, and check this back. I don't even know what that's supposed to be, but it looks awesome. So yeah, this had me long before I knew that it was going to be a book of the month, so I went ahead and grabbed it. When Martha Enkhorn fled her father's isolated compound in Oregon, she never expected to find herself working for a powerful social media mogul hell-bent on controlling everything. Now she's surrounded by mega-rich companies designing private weather, predictive analytics, and covert weaponry while spouting technological prophecy. Martha may have left the cult, but if the apocalyptic warnings in her father's fox and rabbit sermon, once a parable to her, are starting to come true, how much future is actually left? Across the world, in a mall in Singapore, Lai Zhen, an internet-famous survivalist, flees from an assassin. She's cornered, desperate, and worst of all, might die without ever knowing what's going on. Suddenly, a remarkable piece of software appears on her phone telling her exactly how to escape. Who made it? What is it really for? And if those behind it can save her from danger, what do they want from her? And what else do they know about her future? Martha's and Zen's world are about to collide. An explosive chain of events is set in motion. While a few billionaires assured of their own safety lead the world to destruction, Martha's relentless drive and Zen's insatiable curiosity could lead to something beautiful, or the cataclysmic end of civilization. By turns thrilling, hilarious, tender, and always piercingly brilliant, the future unfolds at a breakneck speed, highlighting how power corrupts the few who have it and what it means to stand up to them. The future is coming. The future is here. Oh my goodness, that sounds so good. I love dystopian, I love apocalyptic, I love all of the things that this is saying it's gonna be, and I know I'm gonna be reading this one really soon. And the last thing I picked up is an older pick. You can also get things from their backlist. And this one is one I've been wanting for a while, and I don't know how I never noticed it was on the backlist before, because I probably would have gotten it sooner, but it is Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Raybourn. That's a pretty cool cover. So, you know I love my mysteries, and I think I'm gonna really like this. Older women often feel invisible, but sometimes that's their secret weapon. They've spent their lives as the deadliest assassins in a clandestine international organization. But now that they're 60 years old, 4 female friends can't just retire. It's kill or be killed. In this action-packed thriller by best-selling Edgar Award-nominated author Deanna Raybourn, Billy, Mary Alice, Helen, and Natalie have worked for the museum, an elite network of assassins, for 40 years. Now their talents are considered old school and no one appreciates what they have to offer in an age that relies more on technology than people skills. When the foursome is sent on an all-expense-paid vacation to mark their retirement, they are targeted by one of their own. Only the board, the top-level members of the museum, can order the termination of field agents, and the women realize they've been marked for death. Now to get out alive, they have to turn against their own organization, relying on experience and one another to get the job done, knowing that working together is the secret to their survival. They're about to teach the board what it really means to be a woman and a killer of a certain age. How amazing does that sound? This might end up a December pick just for funsies, because that sounds so great. And it's so nice to get to read things from people who are closer to my age and are still kicking butt and taking names. And so I can't wait for this. Okay, so if you were just here for the books, I thank you very much. If you are interested in an update on my Nano, I'm gonna do that right now. My Nano is going emotionally well, technically not so much. So I'm really feeling good about it. I'm enjoying what I'm writing, but I am very far behind on word count, almost 10,000 at this point. And I still haven't gotten to where anything happens. It's still very much a discovery draft. I'm still just kind of writing these characters and letting these characters come to life. I'm enjoying the bejesus out of some of these characters. Some of the characters are still pretty flat and pretty much I haven't figured them out and all of their sides, but some of them just walked onto the page with full, big, over-the-top, like, amazing to read personalities, and those are the ones that I'm having the best time. I don't necessarily like all of them. Some of them are pretty unlikable, but I'm having the best time with them. So I'm not upset about the lack of word count, and I'm not upset about the fact that I haven't actually gotten the plot going yet. I'm just using this month to really discover these characters and then have some more fun with it. So all of that to say, that's where I am with Nano, and that is why there will more than likely not be a video this Wednesday. I'm going to be taking this week to really focus on reading. I am halfway through Iron Flame. You're going to hear about it at the end of the month. You know you want to, so hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to be focusing on writing. So more than likely your next video will be next Sunday. And then because I get the entire week off for Thanksgiving, there will probably be a Wednesday video that week. But In the meantime, I absolutely hope that you have a wonderfully amazing week and that you get to read some really amazing, amazing books. Bye, y'all.